Isn't it really interesting to know that when someone gets caught out, they just say they're out of time? I'd like you to listen to the extract very carefully and make your own conclusions. What do you think about putting the boot on the other foot and taking the perceptual position of the other person? I think you should, if you're prepared to call someone something that's committing a certain act, then you should be prepared to do it to another person and do it in a fair and equitable way, especially if they're doing the same action. You cannot say one thing for one person and one for another.
For a second. And you keep going back to this point, and it seems to me we do have to remind ourselves that on October the 7th, 1,200 people, many of whom were at a music festival, where young people were killed brutally, and we saw that happening because the killers themselves released the pictures. I think many people will be really struck by the fact that you, who have a reputation as a moderate in Palestinian politics, seem this morning to be exonerating people who are killers, murderers, responsible for possibly the worst atrocity against Jews for 80 years. You seem to be saying, don't worry about that, worry about the politics of Israel. Are you really saying that?
Sir, you are misguiding the public by what you said. I am a person who is known to be an activist for peace. I was a negotiator at one point of time. I advocate nonviolence all my life. But I have to be honest and truthful. And in that sense, the problem with Western media, most of Western media, is that you present the situation as if the killing of an innocent Israeli civilian is a terrorist act, while the killing of 17...
That's a point. I think that's the point that we're making. I'm just talking about the facts here. Look,
let me finish. While the killing...
let me ask you. I've given you a good chance to say your piece. But
the killing of 17... You never say that the killing of 17,000 children, Palestinian children, is an act of terrorism. And that the terrorist in this case is Netanyahu and his Israeli government. You never mentioned the fact that 52,000 Palestinians, 70% of whom are civilians, are killed by Israel.
Mr. Barghouti, I wish we had more time.
You have to use one standard for both sides.
Mr. Barghouti, I wish we had more time.
Remember key point number one here. Key point number one, killing innocent Israelis is terrorism. But killing over 42,000 Palestinians is not. So you can't say one thing for one and one for the other. Netanyahu, in this case, is the terrorist. Oh, well, you wish you had more time, but let me tell you one thing now. Time is all we have on this earth. Time is all we have to listen to the truth. So, time. If you haven't got more time, make it today. Vikas Chopra, over and out.